Hello and welcome back to That's Football. This is the watch-along for Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia. I'm very excited. I hope you guys are all well. I'm expecting a lot of goals today. We've seen Saudi Arabia lose 5-0 against Russia in the opening game. Uruguay are a better team than Russia. Going forward, Cavani and Suarez are a fantastic strike force. Defensively, very, very solid as well with Godin and Jimenez. So I'm expecting a lot of goals. Personally, I'm going with Uruguay. I don't see an upset happening, but if you do see an upset happening, get in the comments. I want to know your predictions, your opinions about everything about this game and the World Cup in general. So do get involved in the comments. But yeah, I don't see anything other than a Uruguay win. I can read the team news out for you guys now. So for Uruguay, it's Muslera in goal, Varela at right back, who United fans you'll know is a decent player. Jimenez and Godin, we all know about as the two centre backs of Cesares at left back. The midfield four are Sanchez, Vecino, Bentancur, and Rodriguez. And then up front, we all know the dangerous two up front, Edison Cavani and Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez is in the thumbnail, so at least if you don't like me, don't worry about it. Just like the video for the thumbnail. It's a fantastic thumbnail, isn't it? The guy in it is a mug, but the colours and things like that are fantastic. So, yeah, do drop a like on it and let me know if you do like the thumbnail, which you should. Anyway, for the Saudi... Sorry, I just got a tweet there. For Saudi Arabia, I'm not going to read the Saudi Arabian team out because I don't know any of them, and I'm sure you guys don't know them either. But get in the comments. What are you guys thinking today? I do see a Uruguay win. If Saudi Arabia lose, they're out, aren't they? Let's just check the group. Standings. And... So, yeah, so Russia are on 3 points. Russia are on 6 points now. Egypt are on 0. Uruguay, if they win this, they're on 6. So that means Saudi Arabia and Russia pretty much... Saudi Arabia and Egypt will pretty much be out. So it's a must-win game. I am hoping for an upset. I think it would be interesting to see. Definitely, I'd like to see Saudi Arabia do well. I don't think they will. I think they're one of the worst teams in the tournament. But get in the comments, guys. Get in the comments as per usual. What do you guys think is going to happen today? I want to know all your predictions. Is that the Uruguay manager? He's limping. He's on some sort of crutch. But Nitai says 6 points for... Don't know what you're talking about there, but I presume you're talking about Uruguay. 4-0 Uruguay. I predict 4-0 Uruguay. What's up, Rishab? I hope you are doing well, lads. We are going for 37,000 subscribers today. Now whether that's doable or not, I don't know. We don't have too many people watching. As HEQ says, you've got 80 people watching. New record low. That's just because the notifications don't go out. So we get the people waiting for the video, and then people start to trickle in as time goes on and as the game starts. So don't worry about that. But can we get to 400 people watching? Get sharing the video as well, lads. Like I said, trying to hit 37,000 subscribers a day. If not, Mark will do it. And he always gets the landmarks, doesn't he? Suarez, another club player. 6 points Russia, you said. 3, then you corrected yourself, yeah? Oh, he has a disease. All right. So that's not really good to go into a job if you've got a disease. I don't know. Dalraj says 3-0 Uruguay. Paul reckons... Basically, everyone's going for a Uruguay win, and I've got to agree with you. I'm going to go with a 4-0 Uruguay win. We've seen Russia put 5 past Uruguay. 5 past Saudi Arabia. Uruguay are a better team than Russia. I fully expect Uruguay to put 4-5 or more past Saudi Arabia. Like I said, I do think Saudi Arabia are one of the worst sides in the tournament, alongside teams like Panama and... What other teams? Yeah, Panama and Saudi Arabia, I reckon, are the worst 2 teams in the tournament. So, yeah, I guess I'm predicting a big win for Uruguay here today. How you doing, Sander? Nite, how you doing, mate? Guys, yesterday, if you don't know, I was a bit tired for yesterday's stream, but I'm good. I'm good today. I'm excited. I want to see what Uruguay are made of. Obviously, this isn't a big test for them. They should win it very, very comfortably, hence the big scoreline predictions. But still, I want to see them get into momentum because, look, I would like Uruguay to go far. They're not necessarily an underdog, but they are a little bit. They haven't won it in ages, have they? So I would like to see them go far and cause an upset in the tournament If Uruguay could win it, I'd be happy with that. Do you know, it mixes it up a little bit. That's a girly mate, not girly top mate, not judging. It's my dad's, but at the end of the day, I like it. So fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion. Uruguay is not better than Russia. I think Uruguay are better than Russia. I definitely think. Well, guys, that's a little comment. That's a little question I can ask you guys. Remember, these streams are all about interaction, so I want you guys to get in the comments and ask me questions, but also I'm going to ask you a lot of questions about the game and how you're feeling about it as well. So get in the comments. I've got them nice and large here to read them out and answer all your questions. But yeah, there's a little question I can put towards you. Who's better? Who's the better team, Russia or Uruguay? And that could sort of influence our prediction in terms of whether it'll be more than Russia's win or under. Who's looking after the shop? Don't know what you're talking about, mate. Gold Alley. I'm going to get Matthew McFadden in here because you're going to get timed out, pal. National anthems singing at the moment. Sandra, I like the Pepe jeans. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Argentina or Croatia? Oh, that's such a difficult one, isn't it? Let's leave that for the moment. If we need to come back to that conversation later on, we can do. But I'm sure we'll be talking about that in the build up to that actual game. Of course, it's coming up either tomorrow or the day after. So yeah, Argentina Croatia is going to be a fantastic game, and I hope I'm going to get it because I think that's going to be one of the biggest games yet. Get Ali out of here. Is Ali that mug that was in the... oh, no, that was... Who was that? Oh, yeah, it was Ali. Yeah, that's what I've messaged Matthew McFadden saying I need him. Russia are the dark horse to win the World Cup. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think they're a fantastic team, but with players like Golovin and Cheryshev who have been on form, and also the fact that they're the host country, aren't they? The host nation, meaning that they're going to have a lot of fans there, a lot of support. I don't know whether they get more I don't know whether they get more room to put their fans into the stadium. There's a word for it. I don't know whether they're allowed more attendance, if that makes sense. And if they are allowed more, because they're the home nation, then of course they're going to have more backing. But you know, regardless, they'll be hungry to do well and not get embarrassed. I think Russia won't go too far, in my opinion. But if you disagree, get in the comments, with your opinions. Ready with the time. I've got 182 of you watching. Get sharing the video, of course, lads. I know the notifications don't go out because YouTube does its job pretty good. But, therefore, get sharing it. Get telling your mates about it. We're trying to hit 37,000 subscribers in this stream. I do average about 90, 100 subscribers per stream. So, we're trying to smash that today. Mark gets all the big landmarks, doesn't he? So, let's hopefully get that one today. Also, I've got my tree, and whenever my tree is with me, as we saw with England, it's a good game. It's a good game. Achievements get achieved. 37,000 subscribers, we're coming for you, aren't we, bud? I've got to get my finger on the timer because, as I always say, I can't start it 10 seconds in like Mark can. So, Cavani hat-trick, that's a good one. Who do you guys think is going to score today? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Suarez, Cavani are the obvious ones to go with. But do you see another player sort of coming into it, someone to shock Saudi Arabia? Let me know. What's the probability of Suarez will dive/bite someone? I think those... If you're a betting man, you'd get pretty poor odds on that, wouldn't you? Big shout. Saudi Arabia will win. I mean, I don't know how... fair enough, you're entitled to your opinion. Of course you are. I'm not going to go with that because they got spanked against Russia. And, whether Uruguay are better than Russia or not, they're definitely just as good. So, yeah, I don't see them getting the 3 points today. But let's hope so. Let's hope for an upset. Also, just going to wait for the kick-off. We've kicked off. There we go. I'm very excited for this, lads. I'm very excited for it. Something I will say, though, is, lads, as well, I've just... in the last 45 minutes, drunk that water. Now, I've messed up there because I've only at least 3 pisses this stream. So, I sort of messed up. Matthew McFadden, welcome, pal. Says, all right, boys and girls, keep your eye on... What's his name? Something Ali. Something Ali, okay? Keep your eye on Something Ali, pal, because if he abuses again, just that's why I gave you a shout, because he was just mugging us off. Just telling me to shut up and things like that, so, you know. I believe in Saudi Arabia. Well, go into a bit more depth than that, our plays. Get into a bit more depth of that. Why do you believe in Saudi Arabia? I want to know. As I always say, I want to have some intellectual conversation football-wise, because that's what we're here for, to talk about football. We can talk about crisps and things like that, another day. But I want to talk about football today, strictly football. And where do you think Saudi Arabia can get through this Uruguay defence? Because, look, not only do I think Uruguay have an unbelievable strike force in Cavani and Suarez, and, I think they're very easily going to break through this Saudi Arabian defence. But I don't see how Saudi Arabia can penetrate that Uruguayan defence, because Godin, Jimenez, and even Varela in there, they're all top-class defenders, especially Godin and Jimenez. So, yeah, I don't see where Saudi Arabia can get the points here today. But if you've got an idea, let me know. I want to know what you guys think. As I always say, these streams are all about you. All about you. So get in the comments. Get in the comments. Ooh, chance there for Luis Suarez. Are we all right? Are we frozen or something? I think we're all right. Yeah, we're all right. Only about 200 of you watching, lads. So can you get sharing the stream? Can you get sharing the stream or try and spread the word? Because we're going to try and get as many people watching. As I said, trying to hit 37,000 subscribers this stream. It's doable, but we're going to need a big stream. So at least 400 or 500 of you watching is required in order to get that. If we don't get it now, Mark will get it this evening. Of course, he'll smash it. But I'd quite like to do it. I'd quite like to share the experience of hitting a big landmark with you guys. And it gives me a bit of credibility as well, doesn't it? I thought you were talking about Saudi Arabia player when you kept saying, keep your eye on Ali. No, keep your eye on Ali in the comments, because he was just mugging me off a little bit earlier. So that's why I gave Matthew McFaddy the shout. But the Arabs on the ball here. On the ball, knocking it about, coming forward. Ball into the box. Cleared there by Godin. Or Jimenez, which one? Don't know. So that nobody wants to watch this match. Don't expect big viewers. People only watch the big name games. Evan, not true. Not true. Because you look at Mark's streams and he smashes it, doesn't he? So at the end of the day, people come to watch the footy, and Mark does big numbers on a lot. A lot of you watching on his streams when there isn't a massive game, and so I'm aspiring to do the same thing. No B necklace today, no pal. The hardcore fans are here. They are indeed. They're brought into the box here for Saudi Arabia. They've not been completely out of it, but at the end of the day, we are only coming up to 4 minutes into it, so you wouldn't expect them to be completely out the game 4 minutes in, would you? Wait, lads, by the way, I know I'm a minute behind. I'm aware of that. You can't ever stream. And Mark's about 20 seconds behind you guys usually, I think, or 40 or something. I'm about a minute and a half, I think. So, well, you've got the timer there, right? So there's no issue there. You can sync up with me. Just pause your TV, sync up with me and my timer, and watch it along with me. It's the point of the stream, isn't it? Watch along and mute your commentary as well, because they're all a bunch of mugs. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Well, no, 1,400 watching Morocco, Portugal. So, at least 1,000 more got watching now. Looking about here, Saudi Arabia. They look all right to start with, don't they? They look all right, definitely. Aaron Chen says, is anyone else just watching this game just to see how many points they can score with Uruguayan players in Fantasy League? I'm not doing a Fantasy League myself, but I did help a friend do one, and I did put Godin in there for him, so there you go. I don't know, Matthew. How you doing, Adam? How you doing, Adam? A whitewash is incoming. Ethan, I'd agree with you, bud. I would agree with you. Yeah, definitely. I do think a whitewash is going to be incoming. But saying that, first 5 minutes, Saudi Arabia haven't been completely out of it. They've got forward a little bit as well. So, the reason I'm basing the sort of whitewash on is the fact that, look, at the end of the day, one, Saudi Arabia don't have a fantastic side, do you? Do they? I think all their players are, play locally within the Saudi Arabian league, so they're not being played at the top level. Secondly, we've seen them lose 5-0 against Russia. Now, if they've lost 5-0 against Russia, they're definitely going to lose at least 4-0 against Uruguay. So, there you go. How you doing, Tiny Mario? How you doing, bud? Welcome. Welcome all. You're all welcome here. Saudi Arabia coming forward here. That's a foul. Foul on Saudi Arabia. That's slightly on the left-hand side of the box. About 25 yards out. It's a decent opportunity, this. A decent opportunity. Oportunidad. Big shot. I think 2-1 Uruguay, that's from Toxic UK, and that's quite conservative, isn't it? Saudi Arabia going to have to defend very, very well in order to keep it 2-1 Uruguay. Lads, let's start talking about club football. Indeed, mate. Free kick here. Oh, I can't get that Kendrick Lamar song out my head. Big shot. It's decent, that, isn't it? Big shot. Afternoon. Oh, Ian. Ian's here. Welcome, bud. Hope you're doing well. It's a free kick here for Saudi Arabia. It's definitely scoreable, but I don't know whether they've got enough quality on the ball to be able to do that. Shots, hit the wall, and it's gone out. I've seen a football YouTuber take free kicks more venom than that. Yeah, it wasn't brilliant, was it? Not at all. Gone out for a corner here. What time do I finish? I Taken short. Ball into the box. It was a poor ball into the box there, straight into the keeper's hands. Very, very comfortable for him. Decent, very decent. Knocking it about now, Uruguay. I want the ball out the field there, but that's a foul. It's a foul. Where in Spain do you live? I live in Madrid, pal. So if Spain do win the World Cup by any chance, then it will be going off like a bottle of pop over it. It's onomatopoeic, that word pop, isn't it? Anything can happen, but I doubt it. Look, Andrew Rossi, at the end of the day, I doubt anything will happen. I doubt anything will happen. I really think it's going to be a Uruguay whitewash. I mean, we haven't seen that as of yet. We haven't seen them dominate the game so far. But at the end of the day, it is only coming up to 9 minutes into the game. So, a lot of time left for them to score. And Russia didn't get too many early goals, did they? I don't think they did, It's so weird, isn't it? Only like 196 people watching. It's so odd. So odd. Ball lumped up forwards. How are you, Sander? I'm well. I'm definitely well. I'm more energetic than I was yesterday. Although I do feel a waz coming up because I drank half a big bottle of water before I went live, so that's not positive. But yeah, no, I'm well. I hope you are as well, pal. You guys remember Diego Forlan, great player? I do remember him, mate. I do remember him. He played for United, didn't he? One United reckons a draw. Well, if it's a draw, let's have a little look at it. Because I haven't actually considered the fact that... So, if Saudi Arabia draw, Uruguay on 4 points, Russia on 6, and Saudi Arabia on 1. Then they've got Egypt to play, and Uruguay have Russia to play. Wow. You know what? It could... If they draw... Okay, so put it this way, right? If they draw today, it means that Russia will be on 6 points, Uruguay on 4, Saudi Arabia on 1, and Egypt on 0. Then Saudi Arabia play Egypt in the next game. If they win that, they'll be on 4 points. Uruguay play Russia, If Russia win that, Uruguay will stay on 4 points. Russia will be on 9 points. And then it'll go down to goal difference, which is interesting, isn't it? Definitely. Definitely. Who do you think the scorer will be? What do you think the score will be? I think the score will be 4-0 Uruguay. 4-0 Uruguay. And I think Suarez will get 2, Cavani will get 1, and then one other player will get another. So, would you want Wilshere at Manchester United? I don't... Well, I take him, but at the end of the day, I know he lives and breathes Arsenal. He would turn us down. Like, he would actually turn United down. Purely because of the fact I don't think he'd do that. Also, I don't necessarily think he's got the quality to start for United, but I'd take him on a free because at the end of the day, as Draughty tweeted out yesterday, if he flops, and I think it was Ross, if he flops, we sell him on for a decent price because anything more than 0 free is profit, isn't it? And if he does well as a backup sort of midfielder, then you've got a backup midfielder, don't you? So the chances of that happening is like 3%. That's of a draw, let alone a bloody win for Saudi Arabia as well, mate. Where are Andre Gomes, Renato Sanchez and Eder? All those 3 players were good in Portugal for Euros. Aren't they in Portugal's squad? I don't think so, mate. I think Eder might be. I presume Renato Sanchez isn't because he's just... What the bloody hell happened to Renato Sanchez, eh? Deemed one of the best young players in European football, playing at Bayern Munich, smashing it, right? Smashed it in the Euros for Portugal, and I think he won young player of the tournament. Is that right? Coming forward here, Uruguay, Cavani puts the ball over the bar, but the first big chance there for Uruguay. But what the bloody hell happened to him? I don't know. And then he went to Swansea and just bottled it, didn't he? Wilshere will join West Ham? I think so, mate. West Ham, Crystal Palace and Juventus have been the rumours, really. But I think West Ham will be the team he goes to. What is Jesus Christmas. Oh. That's a good sneeze, that. Lukaku, Cavani. Lukaku's a better player than Cavani. At the end of the day, Cavani's decent, but he's been doing it in League 1, which isn't a fantastic league, and he's not even smashed it to the level of as Zlatan did, really. So if you're really that top player, you've got to put 40 goals a season if you're a striker in League 1, and he's not done that really, has he? Okay, here we go. It's a nice little comment from Matthew McFadden about Renato Sanchez. Renato left Portugal way too easily. Didn't get many games at Bayern. Thought he could make the step up to top after a great 8 months. Should be a lesson to young players to take their time. Yeah. I mean, that might be the case. I don't understand it because when he went back to Swansea then, he was still really young. Yeah, he only had, I think it was a season at Bayern Munich. So at the end of the day, he only missed out on a season's development. So when he went to Swansea, what the bloody hell happened? Like you'd expect him at Swansea to absolutely smash it regardless of who's around him. You'd smash it at Swansea if you're a decent enough player, but he hasn't. Andrew Kidd says it shows how bad Renato Sanchez is. He can't even get in Swansea 11. That's what I'm saying. What do you think of Perisic to Arsenal? If Perisic went to Arsenal, that would be a bloody good deal. Although I haven't seen any rumours about it, unless they're coming out in the last few minutes. But yeah, Perisic. Oh, nice little bit of play there. Uruguay coming forward on the right hand side. Luis Suarez wants a corner, not being given. He's going nuts. Don't bite anyone, Louis. Don't. Good. Keep the teeth to yourselves. Remember, you've had dinner earlier. Yeah. You'll get them later as well. A bit of food as well. So don't eat anyone. Okay, Louis? Sorry about that. I just had to tell Louis Suarez not to eat anyone. Yeah, I saw that. Matthew McFadden, yeah. Yeah, on Perisic to Arsenal, I mean, that would be perfect to them. They need that natural width, don't they? They've got a lot of decent players centrally. Mkhitaryan, Ozil, Aubameyang, Lacazette. All these players are quite central attackers, but they don't have much width. Welbeck, he can play on the left, but it's quite central. I think he prefers playing through the middle. So, I think Perisic would be a perfect player for him. Should United have kept Varela? Well, no. Andrew Rossi, no, because look what he's gone on to. Nothing. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, he was a decent player when he was playing for us, but he played in one of our, in some of our most defensively poor performances. So at the end of the day, Jack had world-class ability, never fulfilled his potential. He should join some continental club. Best English centre mid ability-wise. Sad for Jack, he threw away all the work Arsenal put in him. I disagree. I don't think he threw it all away. I think it was just his injuries, mate. Look, at the end of the day, if he didn't have all his injuries, he would have gained momentum and become one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, I think. But the injuries halted his momentum, kept him out, made him stunted his development, wasn't getting enough game time, and then, consequently moved to Bournemouth, didn't do too well. Came back to Arsenal and played quite well last season, but didn't make the England squad, and he wanted to play for Arsenal. He wanted guaranteed football, but, Unai Emery couldn't give that to him. He said he was willing to take a reduced contract, to sign a reduced contract financially, and that it was all about the game time, but Unai Emery couldn't give him that. Leno is an Arsenal player. What's your thoughts on that? I think Leno's a decent player, mate. Although what I will say is, why is he not in the Germany squad? I know they've got Neuer and ter Stegen. I'm not sure who the other goalkeeper for Germany is, but at the end of the day, if you're decent, if you're one of the top five, well, you should. If you're a proper goalkeeper, you should definitely be making that German squad. Don't have to start, because I don't expect you to start over Manuel Neuer, but at the end of the day, you've got to at least get in the squad. Suarez bites people like a dog. Maybe Cesar Milan can teach him something. Cesar Milan, yeah, bloody hell. I used to love his shows. He's an overhyped English player, no better than El Neni. I think, to be fair, people did get carried away with him when he did smash it at 16 against Barcelona, of course. So people did get slightly overexcited, but at the end of the day, he does have fantastic quality. You look at that goal against Norwich. Unbelievable play by him. Volume is a little low. Is that right? I'll just whack it up there for you, pal. But basically, you can just as Matthew McFadden says, just turn it up. That's exactly what I was going to say. Do you think Ronaldo's going to win the Golden Boot? I think getting one goal today left it a bit open. He does, of course, have Iran. It's Morocco and Iran, isn't it? Iran to play still, so he could get a few goals against them. I don't think they're a good side, Iran. But, saying that, only one goal, he's on 3 goals. You're going to see other players, for example, Romelu Lukaku against Tunisia. I expect him to get a brace again. So that puts him on 4 goals. And then against England, he might get 1. So also saying that as well, I don't see Portugal going as far as, let's say, other teams in the tournament. For example, a Germany or a Belgium or France. So I presume those strikers in those teams are going to sort of overtake Ronaldo. So although Timo Werner and Antoine Griezmann haven't scored a great deal at all yet, I do think that they're going to go far and therefore get the opportunity and will score more goals as the tournament progresses. Megan on Love Island is that right? Better look that up. I'm quite jealous of how all the other clubs get players for a bargain and we spend 50 million on one. Name me a club that gets a fantastic bargain, mate. Yeah, Arsenal, because they're cheap and cheapskates and only have 50 million to spend, so they have to sign a 34-year-old for free. They have to sign Burton Ennell for 19 million, who, by the way, is probably worth about that. They're not getting a bargain there. Name me a team that gets fantastic players for very cheap prices. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you one. Iran have one of the best defences in the tournament. Is that right? I mean, I haven't seen... What did I watch? I watched Morocco versus Iran, didn't I? On this channel. And they were all right. I thought Morocco were the better side, but they clinched to win, and they might be able to take that luck and good fortune into the Spain game, which of course is tonight. I mean, we've got less than half people watching from Mark, so I presume you all watch Mark and know that he's going to go live later today with Spain versus Iran. So do join in for that. As I say, we're live with every single World Cup watch-along on this channel. So get involved, get subscribing to the channel. Trying to hit 37,000 subscribers. We're going to need a fair few more of you watching in order to do so. But hopefully we might get a bit of an exciting game, in the future. And sort of it spikes up. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Corner here. It's taken into the box. It's collected by the Saudi Arabian keeper there. I'm just going to call them all Alan. Because they're all Al something, aren't they? It's just lumped it up there. But Godin's never going to be troubled by that. Coming forward here, though, so that's fair. Allen on the ball. Passes it to Allen. Allen crosses it into the box, but puts it out for a goal kick. Use on who Man United transfer been, I don't see any signings. I was talking to Mark about that yesterday a little bit when I was messaging him, and we were just both saying, we were debating whether to go live last night for the Jack Wilshere news, but we decided to not go live. But he was just like, I bloody wish United could just do something. Yeah, I'm with you, mate. Fred is to be officially announced, apparently, according to Sky Sports, on Thursday, although they have been saying that Fred's going to be officially announced tomorrow for the last, month. But, let's hope it is officially announced. And then United move on to potentially a few more signings. For me, just play whatever Juve want for Sandro, get rid of Darmian, and get another centre-back. Nice ball in behind there. Can he keep it on? He can. He puts it ball into the box, but Allen clears it, sends it out for a goal kick. By the way, the reason I'm calling these all Allen is because they're all Al something, so I just thought, Allen. Just name them all Allen. Man United signed 2 players, right? Yeah, 2 players. Not 2 players, they just signed 2 players. So sort of 2 players, not the full 2 players. But yeah. Corner here for Uruguay. 22 minutes into it now. It's flown past this first half. Ball into the box. Keeper clears it. Oh, here we go. 1-0. 1-0 Uruguay. Luis Suarez, what did I say? Golazo, as Evan Nolan says. And Ragul as well. 1-0 Uruguay. Look now. Floodgates. Abrir, which is Spanish for open. Yeah, definitely see Uruguay getting at least 3 or 4 today, definitely. It's a corner in. I have to see the replay. I can't actually pinpoint exactly what happened. I've got to see it again. But, okay, so the ball goes into the box. Keeper comes out to try. Oh, that's awful. Allen, the goalkeeper there, was absolutely dreadful. Basically, ball comes into the box and the keeper comes out. If you're going to come out like that, pal, you've got to win it. Comes out, Flapianski flaps at it, and yeah, misses the ball. Who's there? Big old Luis Suarez doing that stuff. That's not me. Anyway. So yeah, 1-0 up and change the score. Decent. I mean, I would definitely see the floodgates abriring. Like I said, that's not how you say it in Spanish. 1-0. Who was the scorer? Luis Suarez. I'm gonna call him Shark Man. Decent ball, decent attempt there by Saudi Arabia to put a ball in behind, but nothing came out of it, pal. Sander, you knew 20 seconds before it went in because of the comments. No, I've seen the comments later. What a gift to Suarez. Definitely, mate. Definitely. Saudi Arabia are useless. They're probably worse than Panama. That's what I reckon. I reckon Saudi Arabia are the worst team in the tournament, and then Panama are probably second worst, I reckon. Guys, drop a like on the video. I've got 250 of you watching, which is all right. So it's okay. We're trying to, guys, share the video as well because, like I said, trying to get more people involved. Trying to get 37,000 subscribers today, which would be fantastic if we could do that. But like I said, Cavani coming forward here. Good attempt there, but saved by the keeper. But yeah, trying to hit 37,000 subscribers. Need a few more of you watching in order to do so. So, yeah, no, get sharing the video, but drop a like on it as well. And, of course, get subscribing. Yeah, there's no lag. I can always see when there's lag, mate, so there's no lag. Sharkman, yeah. Sharkman. That's what he's called, mate. There's Bitey, but Luis Baitez is another one. Pancake says Matthew doesn't love him. You're right. Me and Matthew McFadden are on the same wavelength. He literally, just before I said that, went, at least you're aware, Pancake. It's true. They're on the ball here, Saudi Arabia. Need a goal before half-time. 25 minutes into the game now. Coming forward. A shot there. It was a decent save, that, to be fair. Made the keeper work, but I reckon the keeper had it covered always. Not a difficult save, but you know, he had to get there. Shot. Bang. Saved. Yeah, it was decent. I think I might have hit the bar. I wasn't probably even going in either. Hit 100 likes. It's fantastic since I asked to do that, which is good. It's always good. Get rid. I think the keeper let Suarez nod that in as fears he might bite him was real if he saved it, mate. Honestly, just if Luis Suarez doesn't go to Halloween as a vampire, I will be so disappointed. Do you know what I mean? They're coming. Oh no, they're not. Saudi Arabia World Cup final, mate. Saudi Arabia are the worst side in the whole tournament. The whole tournament. They all play locally. I hate to see Suarez score, says One United. Yeah, well, I don't like him. Yeah, he's a knob, isn't he? He's an absolute knob. He deserves that. He's just a cheating, racist scumbag. If you've got any Liverpool fans here, you can't argue against that as well. So I know who's doing the Spain watch along. Marquinhos is doing the Spain watch along. That's poor from the keeper, wasn't it? Flapped at it. Flapped at it. Group A is so boring. It's not great, is it? It's not great. We've seen. I thought, you know, I saw Mark say this a little while earlier. Yeah, I saw Mark say this a little while earlier, but I thought this group A is going to be a bit more competitive with Egypt, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Russia. But Russia and Uruguay have come out clear winners of this group. Well, that's if Uruguay win this today, which they will. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But I think that Group H, Colombia and Senegal, and Poland and Japan, that's a fantastic group. Fantastic group. Tony Adams says, I wouldn't say he's racist. He got done for racism against Patrice Evra, mate. You can't... What? They're coming forward here. On the ball. Ball into the box. Woo! Decent there. The Saudi Arabian attacker, number 9, had sort of got away from the Uruguayan defender and got a shot off, but didn't make the keeper work. It wasn't on target. Hit it straight over the bar. Now, look, that is a terrible miss. As Andrew Rossi said, he should be doing way better there. It almost looked like it came to him as a surprise. But he should be expecting that. He should be getting over it rather than leaning back. But, you know, he didn't. He didn't. It's a decent chance, to be fair. Decent chance. Oh, that's a nice play there by Uruguay. But Saudi Arabia win it back. I need to give it away straight away. Suarez cost Ghana semi-finals in 2010. Cheater. I mean, I hated that. No African team had gone past the quarter-final. No African team's ever made a semi-finals. And Panman says, Sonda, who is Sharkman? Have a little guess, pal. But, yeah, no, what I was saying was, no African team's ever made a semi-final before, so to see Ghana, and they were so loved in that tournament. So then he cleared it off the line of his head, got sent off. They then missed that penalty, went to extra time, and then it went to penalties. The guy that missed that penalty that Suarez gave away by saving the ball with his hand on the line missed his penalty in the penalties, and they got knocked out on penalties. And then also Suarez was cheering, running around, celebrating after as well to rub it in their faces. If that's not enough reason for you to dislike the player, I don't know if you'll ever have enough reason. 225 of you watching's okay, but get sharing the video, lads. I said trying to get 400 people watching would be good. Bio's donated 20 of an okay, whatever whatever currency that is. He says, Mundibulas, la historia de verdadero moderador. I don't know what that means, pal, but okay, good. Paul's in a demon says, oh, but the Damon's done the same as Suarez, to be fair. You know what? Yeah. I probably would have done the same, I'll be honest. I don't think I'd be running around celebrating. Oh, actually, I probably would. I hope Suarez scores a hat-trick. Ramos, Luisito. Are you Uruguayan then, pal? Andy Ramos. Welcome if you are, and welcome if you're not. But, got an itchy army. But, yeah, coming up to 31 minutes into the game now. It's been a decent start. No real exciting play. The goal was just poor from the goalkeeper, wasn't it? Saudi Arabia has 4 players in La Liga, not all local, man. Okay. The majority of them are local then. Suarez has disgraced himself at least the last two World Cups. You forget as well, he's done the bite thing 3 times. Once against PSV, I think it was, for Ajax. Once against Kolarov in... No, not Kolarov. Was it Kolarov? Yeah, I think Kolarov. In the... bloody, it wasn't Kolarov, who was it? Ivanovic. One time against Ivanovic against Chelsea, and then once in the World Cup against Chiellini against Italy. I thought Uruguay would dominate this game, but ... Yeah, mate, who was that commented that? Barani. Look, they haven't dominated it, as you say, but at the end, look, Saudi, they have had control, haven't they? Although they haven't had necessarily all of the possession and they haven't created an abundance of chances. At the end of the day, they have had control of the game. They were never going to, Saudi Arabia haven't really caused them any significant problems, and yeah, nothing to worry about for Uruguay. Suarez ruined his career a bit when he was racist against Evra. Mate, you're just a knob. You're just a knob. Apparently, Matthew McFadden says they have those players in La Liga because they were sent out on loan to raise the profile of Saudi football in Spain. That's the only reason why they were there. Have that, pal. Yeah. There you go. Suarez bit so many players, they may need to start a support group. I heard that it was a mother of an autistic son of a school I used to go to was saying that he reckons Suarez has some sort of autism or something like that because, like, he got flustered on the big stage. I guess not, but, like, obviously he does really well with pressure. Good little cut back there. Saudi Arabia coming forward there. Decent. Shoot! Shoot! Oh, I should have hit it off there straight away. But yeah, the mother was saying that, like, he's got something wrong with him in his head. Like, not because he's a bad guy, just because he's actually got something wrong with him. Can't necessarily deal with all the people and all the pressure. 300 people watching, which is decent. Now let's get that. I can't speak. Now let's get that up to 400, shall we, lads? Got overexcited there. I want to hit 37,000, but I mean it's unlikely to happen with 290 people watching. You know, every footballer does tax fraud. You're not wrong, mate. They do, don't they? I don't think it's them. I probably think it's their sort of financial advisors that sort of do it, and they're not really aware of it. I guess I don't know. Sandra, do you know the clutch? Yes. I didn't play for them, no. Should have shot at least, shouldn't he? Yeah, I thought so. Someone just have a shot. It was a good bit of play there. Saudi Arabia haven't looked completely out of it. That's a foul. They haven't looked completely out of it, have they, Saudi Arabia? They've looked all right. They've looked like an okay side. But Uruguay still look better, don't they? And I don't see anything other than the Uruguayan win. Who scored? You can see it there, mate. Well, some people call him Sharkman. Some people also call him Luis Baitez. Is another thing I've heard. Cavani is so underrated. I think he's a bit overrated, mate. I think he is a bit overrated. I think People think he's one of the top class strikers in our world, but I don't think he is. I think he's decent, but if you look at his goal record at Paris Saint-Germain in Ligue 1, it's not like Zlatan or Neymar. And if you're at the top level of football, as people claim he is, Cavani, then you'd be smashing it 40 goals a season in Ligue 1 because it is a farmers' league, and he's not doing that. I think if he came to a Premier League, he'd struggle, honestly. I do watch Love Island, yeah. A lot of people are asking that, so I've been ignoring that, but I do, yeah. It's cheap shit entertainment at the end of the day, and I know how bad it, like how just brain dead everyone in there is, and how shallow it is. But at the end of the day, I enjoy watching it. I'm aware that it's cheap and shallow, but I like it. So you know. No, yeah, that's true. That's true. They're coming forward here. Saudi Arabia. Spread wide. That's a foul, ref. If he can keep it in. Kept in. Ball into the box. What the bloody hell was that cross? What the bloody hell was that cross? Just smashed it. No real accuracy intended with that ball. We just tried to smash it across goal. Cavani's a brilliant player, but misses a lot of chances and stat pads. Mate, I don't rate him that highly. Poland's loss was dumb. An own goal, then a dude who fakes an injury comes on and scores. I'm pissed off. I think Poland lack pace and Senegal don't. And I think that's sort of what got them the 3 points yesterday. Ball into the box here for Uruguay, but Saudi Arabia get rid. Sander, come on, we need at least 300 out of 600 viewers. Well, mate, you guys can only do that yourself. We're on 261 as we speak. Only you guys can make the viewers go up. And the way you can do that is just share it. Share it, tell your mates about it, get them involved, get them in the comments, because it's a fantastic community we've got building up here. But I'm trying my best. I don't know what I do wrong. I don't quite know what I do differently to Mark. I've still got a lot to improve on, but I don't think I don't know. I don't really know what I do too wrong, so. Saudi Arabia on the ball. Shot straight over the bar. Straight over the bar. Love Island's brilliant. It's decent, isn't it? Scoring goals for England. England! 37,000. Look, at the end of the day, I have this tree with me, okay, and this tree's a good luck charm, as we saw against, what's its name, Tunisia for England. Now, this tree, I thought would get us 37,000 subscribers in this stream, but clearly it's not working out that way. The game's not been great, has it? It's not been great, but I'm still interested in it, to be honest. 38 minutes into it. Supernova says, stop crying. It's not very manly. In fact, it's quite feminine. You, Supernova, are the reason for what part of the reason why the biggest killer of men under the age of 40 is suicide, because you're the sort of person who doesn't allow men to open up about their feelings, doesn't allow men to cry, because it's emasculating. At the end of the day, one, I'm not crying. Two, even if I was crying, I'd be fine. Well, you want me to bottle up my feelings and end up bloody killing myself like half the other men? No, right? Men, guys, lads out there, if you want to have a little cry, it's fine. I have a cry all the time. Your mate, Supernova, yeah. You're just a mug, mate. You're a mug. "39 minutes into the game. It's been a slow half, hasn't it? It's been a slow half, but saying that, it's still been quite interesting. I think it's interesting to see Saudi Arabia not being completely out of the game. They're only, other than that, obviously the goal, where it wasn't really Uruguay being fantastic. It was more the goalkeeper's mistake. Other than that, Saudi Arabia have sort of this year been all right, haven't they? Bloody hell, was it Louis Beitman getting into a bit of trouble there again? Jeez, don't bite anyone, Luis. Hershey says he's just literally watching the watch-along. Fair enough, mate. I mean, look, that's the good thing. You don't necessarily have to watch the game intently. I'll do that for you. But, you know, that's the good thing. You just listen to this, get in the comments, get talking to people in the comments. That's the good thing about this. I'll develop a thick skin, to be fair. The time of the game is unfavourable to you, Sander. It is very late to a lot of Australian viewers. You are doing a great... Oh, thanks, man. RIP in the chat for the guy Sander just roasted. At the end of the day, it's true, isn't it? 41 minutes into the game. There's a Saudi player down here. Time him out. Oi, can someone time him out? And if he does it again, just ban the twat, because we don't want him around. No, it's not true, Kingsley. I've already answered that question for you, pal. Yeah, ironically, this Supernova lad telling me to stop whining. At the end of the day, you're the one whining in the comments, bud. You bloody hypocrite. Piss off, mate. Piss off. You're a mug. M-U-G, isn't he? Proper mug. Yeah, he's blocked him. Sorry about that. I shouldn't do that, but he's just a knob, isn't he? Oh, he's just a mug, Luis Suarez, isn't he? Absolute mug. Hi, Simon. There's a rumour that Sarri looks like he's joining Chelsea, though. I didn't favour him. How do you think he'll do at Chelsea alongside the new assistant coach, Zola? Is that Zola going to be the new assistant coach? I think he'll be all right, I think. I think he'll do well, to be fair, Sarri. I haven't seen too much of him, but I think he'll do well. Scoring goals for England. England! Okay, let's come up with a little chance for Saudi Arabia. Guys, get in the comments some chants for Saudi Arabia. R.I.P. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Oh, Saudi Arabia, we love you so much. Go on, do your country proud and score a lot of goals. Why was that? That chant was... It's not a football chant because it's based on away and a manger. Jesus Christmas. Why did I start singing a chant for Saudi Arabia based on the tune Away in a Manger? Supernova's going home. He's going home. He's going home. He's going. Super's going home. He's going home. By the way, if you are just joining, Supernova's a guy just got blocked, so we're just pissing him off a little bit. He can't watch. I think he can watch, you just can't comment. I can't read that. I presume that's Arab. So unfortunately, I can't read that. So if you do want to translate that in Google Translate and put it in English, that'd be good. 44 minutes into the game, lads. Almost half time. 309 of you watching, which is decent. Can we get that to 400? That'd be good if we could. Trying to hit 37,000 subscribers. Subscribe if you haven't already. Saudi Arabia is number one. Yeah, come on, Saudi Arabia. Basic. I don't agree with a lot of Saudi Arabia's politics. I don't think many people do. I think there's a lot of things against women in that country, isn't there? So yeah, it's not the best politics in their country. A bit dodgy. Supernova's created a new one. He said, "I'm sorry, Sander, mate. I don't even. If that is you, you are the biggest wet lettuce. If that is the actual Supernova, he's the biggest wet lettuce I've ever seen in my life." My wife, not a fan of your singing, Sander. Haha, apparently you mental problems. Chris, I actually think I probably do, but at the end of the day, who cares? That's a foul! Go, Saudi Arabia. Counter-attack. You're in. Oh, that's a penalty, ref! Ref! I don't think it was a penalty, but ref! They were in there, to be fair, Saudi Arabia. Well, they weren't really. It was sort of the ball, through ball was overcooked slightly, but it was a chance. It was a chance, half chance. You alright, Kieran? How you doing, bud? Hope you are well. Bit of a dead game this game so far, lads. Bit of a dead numbers game as well in terms of viewers, but it doesn't matter, does it? I'm here regardless of what how many people you watch, unless it's about one, in which case we knock it on the head. Mohammed says most boring game of the World Cup. I got bloody itchy forehead. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? Lawrence Law, welcome. He said, "Where is Mark Goldbridge?" Oh my God, Nicky Collins. I think I might have to adopt that. He says, "Supernova, you're a wet yogurt." That is actually as good as a wet lettuce. Oh, piss off, Supernova. He says, I've got autism and you're bullying me, mate. You're a full-on wet lettuce, mate. You've just been in here abusing us, abusing me and everyone in the comments there. Now you're trying to play the bloody victim. If you have got autism, I'm sorry. I hope that works out fine for you. But it doesn't mean that we can't call you a wet lettuce, does it? You were being a wet lettuce, or, as someone else says, a wet yogurt in the comments before. So at the end of the day, I'll tell you that, and you get blocked if you are. How have Saudi Arabia got into the World Cup before Scotland? We have a few decent players like KT, Robson, McGinn, and Scott McTominay. Half time there, lads. Half time. Scottish. It was in one of his. Simon, do you think Portugal can win the World Cup? I mean, they quite literally can win the World Cup, can't they? It's a possibility. I would. I do doubt that they'll win the World Cup. I do think other teams are stronger. We saw them play Morocco again today, and not fantastic were they, Portugal? Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo got them the win and kept them in it, but I don't think they will actually win the World Cup. You know, you never know, though. You never know. No one thought they were going to win the Euros, but they did. How did Sharkman Suarez score the goal? Basically, Caffel, welcome. Basically, it was a corner for Uruguay. It was a ball into the box. The keeper came flapping out for it, missed it, and it just fell to Sharkman. Germany or Spain, who is better? Spain, I think. I just think Germany, they lack so much pace. They lack pace, and they're going to get done for that. They're going to get done. This guy is boring. Oh, someone says... Oh, dear. Sana, but this is similar Portugal we saw at the Euros, the best at grinding results. That's true. Like I said, no one thought they were going to win the Euros, but they did. And at the end of the day, they have ground today's result out. They did, get a point against Spain, which is very difficult to do. So, you never know, do you? Sharkman is the best striker in the world. Well, now, lads, now you've seen the first half. What do you reckon for going into the second half? Do you think Saudi Arabia can nick a goal? To be fair, I think they could nick a goal, Saudi Arabia, because like I said, other than Saudi Arabia's, other than that corner that they can obviously conceded the goal from, they haven't been that bad. And Uruguay have not really caused them too many issues. So I think they can nick a goal. I doubt it. I think Uruguay are the better side, of course, but I don't think Saudi Arabia are out of it at all. By the way, guys, lads, I need to quickly go for a waz. Like I said, I drank a big bottle of water before I went live, so I need a pee, and then I'll get some food, and I'll come back. I'll be literally about a minute. So just get in the comments. Just get in the comments, and I'll be back in literally a minute. So get talking about the game, and I'll rejoin you once I've had my waz. Very good. Just get some food. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Pizza. I have it to eat right now. What slice do I want? That one. How are you all doing there, lad? Really hungry, so I've got a bit of pizza. Guys, get your packet of crisps ready as well. We want to be enjoying this. It's half time. I want to know your opinions about it. Get in the comments. We've got 227 people watching, so get involved. What did you think of that first half? I want to know what you all think. Matthew McFadden says you can tell it's a boring game. Bloody pizza. It's good, isn't it? No, it's not Hawaiian. It's just got some sort of pepperoni, cheese, mushrooms, and little bits of ham on it. Show us the pizza or shut up. No, I won't do that. Uruguay win the match 4-0. I think, to be fair as well, yeah. I think 4-0 is definitely a decent prediction. Like I said, they lost against Saudi Arabia, lost against Russia 5-0. So I think Uruguay are a better team than Russia. I definitely think they can put a few goals past Saudi Arabia. But based on that first half, Saudi Arabia are still right in it, aren't they? We're watching Sana getting obese. I'm subscribing. No pineapple. Robin says, I expected Uruguay to have already scored a second goal. Yeah. I think so as well, to be fair. I think so as well. I thought they would... like I said, once they scored that first goal, I thought the floodgates will open, but they didn't, did they? So, you know. I think they'll win in the second half. Raheem says Saudi Arabia are going to win this. How is Saudi Arabia going to win it, pal? I mean, look, I don't mind you... yeah, that's your opinion. If you think that, that's fine. But let me know why, because I don't see it happening. Well, turn that down a little bit. Saudi Arabia are good technically, but they lack experience and condition. I don't think they're that good technically either, though, pal. I don't think they're a fantastic team, if I'm honest. Like I said, I think they've only got 4 players in La Liga. The rest play locally. And the players who are in La Liga are only there on loan, according to Matthew McFadden, in order to boost Saudi football profile in Spain. So. Is coming home. What do you guys reckon then? I still think 4-0 at least for Uruguay. I see Uruguay getting a forward. I think they're just going to smash it this half. I really do. Andrew Kidd says, I reckon the game's already over. Yeah. I think Saudi Arabia can get potentially one, maybe. Look, they haven't been too bad that first half, but I don't think that will happen. I do think Uruguay will come out on top. A good pizza, this. I just need to get some energy down me, you know what I mean? Good pizza. Before the World Cup started, I knew that Saudi Arabia were not ready for the World Cup. They're not, are they? So I just wanted to say you've improved a lot as a presenter since you started. Funnily enough, I've started to find you more entertaining than Mark, but love the community. Thanks, Mo. Mohammed, thank you, mate. I appreciate that, mate. Yeah, at the end of the day, how many accounts is Supernova when I create? Jesus Christmas. At the end of the day, bud, yeah, that's what it's all about. Me trying to improve and trying to entertain you guys. I was awful when I first started. I thought I was decent, but I was awful. So I'll look back on this in a year's time. I think I was dreadful then. So, you know, I'm always improving, always trying to put out better content for you guys. And as long as you guys enjoy it, then that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. It's coming home. Mark slips food under the door for Sander. Yeah, cheers for that, mate. Thanks. Yeah, cheers. Come on, Ian, hurry up. Let's get the second half underway, shall we? Jesus. It's taking a little while now, isn't it? Who's streaming the Spain game? You or Marquinhos? Mark. Mark's streaming it later, so do join in for that. I'm sure you guys all will. I'm sure you all watch him as well as me, rather than the other way around. I doubt there's anyone that watches me, but not Mark. But, you know, if you're not aware, Mark is doing the Spain versus Iran stream later, so get involved. Do get involved with that. Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's home. I am. Talking about later stream, yeah? Spain versus Iran. What do you reckon of that? Because this game's been a bit dead. So let's talk about the one later. Spain, Iran. What do you guys reckon? I reckon Iran have got actually a chance. They're quite defensively solid, aren't they? Wow. Cristiano Ronaldo jumped a good 4 feet in the air there. Yeah, what do you guys reckon then, lads? Later, Spain, Iran. If Iran can get a point, that'd be interesting. But if they can get a win, that'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? So that'd be Portugal on 4 points, Spain on 1 if Iran get the win, Iran on 3, Morocco on 0. Spain 2, Iran 0. From the Red Flames. There's a lot of beef in the comments about Supernova. Just move on from it, as Matthew McFarlane says. Andrew Good says Spain 1, Iran 0. Spain complete domination, get a goal and hold possession for the rest of the game. That would be a dead game if that happens. Mini die. Pepe, one of the worst dives I've ever seen in my life. Look, you can imagine, yeah? So I saw it, obviously. You can imagine my reaction to that dive. If I was in the stream for that dive, I would have just gone absolutely ballistic. Because that is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, that dive. It was ridiculous, wasn't it? Mo says, Sandra, I really want Mexico to reach the semi-finals at least. Yeah, I'd love to see Mexico do well. I think they will, to be fair, as well. I do think they'll be well. And now they're beating Germany. They're going to top that group, I reckon. And then I don't know who they face, but, you know, still, it'd be interesting. Oh, no, Switzerland, I think they face. And then, that's the thing, right? If England can get through and play, like, let's say, if they can get through Japan, Colombia, Senegal, or Poland, one of them, right? They can beat one of them. They're going to get, if Mexico top the group, they're going to get either Mexico or Switzerland, I think, which will be massively interesting, wasn't it? Sona, which team has impressed you most so far? Mexico, I reckon, mate. Let's do that. Come on. There you go. Sit back and enjoy now. Started the stream with sort of upright, but I'm just chilling out now, lads. I'm just chilling out. Sandra, you want some beef? I got some in Tesco today. Oh. That's as much reaction as you're going to get from that joke. I think Mexico will do what they always do, get to quarterfinals and then lose there. Thing is, though, yeah, Daniel, if they win the group, which I think they will now they've beaten Germany, if they win the group, sure, I think they get Switzerland if Switzerland comes second. If they beat Switzerland, then that's the quarters. And if England get through the round of 16, I think they get England, in which that's a winnable game, and then they can get the semi-finals, can't they? Mitch says, Sharkman, mate. Yeah, that's what it's called, man. Alphabet Valiant says, can't let Super take my title of King of Bad Jokes. Risking a ban there, but you are risking a ban there, mate. He's always on the edge of a ban, this Super lad. Oi, lads, also, we're trying to hit 27,000 subscribers today. Now, I thought we'd be able to do it. I thought we'd get about 400 people watching. We haven't. We've been hovering around 250, which has been poor. So, if you can share the video, or if you haven't already subscribed, get subscribing. I wanted to hit 37,000 subscribers on my stream, because I rarely hit landmarks, obviously, because Mark gets a significant more amount of viewers and subscribers than me, so he often gets landmarks. But, you know, if you can bump it up a little bit, get to 400 or 500 people watching, hit 37,000, and we kicked off 37,000, and, you know, see a good game in the second half, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? I meant 37,000. We've kicked off, by the way, as you can see in the game, in the timer. Knocking it about now. Uruguay need a big half, don't they? I've got bogey. No. They need a big half. They need a big half. Saudi Arabia, though, if they can just do the same thing, get a set piece, nick a goal, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you know? How old is Sander? 24. Joking, I'm 17. Coming forward here, Saudis. The Saudis. Sander, Uruguay look more of a counter-attacking team, so I won't predict too many goals from them. Yeah, well, do they? Do you guys agree with that? I'll throw that to the comments. Do you guys agree with that? Are Uruguay more of a counter-attacking team? Do they suit playing? Do they suit being underdogs? You know, and therefore, like, do they suit teams coming out of them, allowing them to counter-attack more? Do they suit that better, or are they just a sort of generally a decent team going forward, or do they suit more of a counter-attacking style of play? Let me know. I haven't seen them play too much, Uruguay, because obviously Mark did Uruguay-Egypt, so this is my first time watching them. Uruguay's bullied Saudi Arabia all game. I don't think they've been bullying Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Saudi Arabia have been the weaker side, but that's to be expected. At the end of the day, that's gone out for a corner, ref. At the end of the day, Saudi Arabia haven't really been in it, but they've not been out of it at all either, have they? Look, they haven't bloody been creating loads of chances, but like now, if they can get a set piece and nick a goal back, then defend and sit back like they have been for the first half, you know, you could see them get a point out of this game. Ball into the box, back stick, gets rid. Better at counter-attacking, All right, fair enough then. So they probably don't suit the Saudi Arabia. They don't suit playing a team like Saudi Arabia then, because a team like Saudi Arabia is just like we've seen. Going to sit back, defend, stick 10 men behind the ball, and say, yeah, well, just break us down. And maybe, according to you guys, Uruguay aren't the best at that sort of thing. Vela looks very different now than when he was at United. Well, he has aged, what, 3-4 years, hasn't he? Coming forward here, Saudis, offside. Where do you watch the game live? You can watch it live on that on Match Football. You can watch it live on BBC, sorry. But if you can't watch the game, don't worry. We've got you live here. We've got you covered. I'll be watching the game, talking to you about it, giving my live updates and opinions and reactions, of course. Also, everyone in the comments will be watching it as well. So get involved with them. They'll be telling you about it, giving their opinions. So you're well covered here if you can't watch the game. But if you can, pause the game. I've got my timer up there, so I'm 3 minutes, 10 seconds into the game, of course. Pause your TV, sync up with me, mute your commentary, and get involved. So at least spell his name right, mate. Who's the right name right? Oh, that is the worst attempt of someone trying to be fake as I've ever seen in my life. So don't ban him yet. We'll ban him later, but don't ban him yet. I want to see what he says even more. Sander Seegers, but he spelt my second name wrong. Oh, Jesus. That is bloody brilliant, that, isn't it? My second name's with Segers, but he spelled it Siegers. Oh, poor lad. Poor him. You tried. You tried. Oh, dearie me. What's your opinion on Milinkovic-Savic? I think he's very decent. I'd like him at United, but he won't go to United. He'll be at Real Madrid next season. No, I think actually I saw a quote come out from his dad that he's going to Juve, which sounds right, doesn't it? So I think but I'll either be at Juve or Real Madrid next season. He won't be at United. Don't look into Matic's Instagram posts any more than just the face value. Sander says, the fake me says, Sander, just a prank, bro. Don't block me. Shut up, mate. Oh, funny, isn't it? How is it just a prank, bro? I don't understand how it's a prank. There's a Uruguayan free kick here, 50 minutes into the game. Suarez standing over it. What's the scoreline? You can see it there. It's 1-0 1-0 Uruguay. It's quite far out this. I don't think he'll score. Bang. Goes straight through the wall, but the keeper saves it. Decent save there by the keeper. Is that Supernova? Oh my god. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was a decent free kick. I don't think that was a handball. His hand is right there, so it can't be a handball really for me. So decent save that, decent save. But I think it's definitely a save he had to make. Sander, are you doing England-Panama game? I think so, maybe. I don't know. If it's at 4 o'clock British time, then Mark can't do any 4 o'clock British time, so that's me. Coming forward here, Uruguay. Oh, well defended there by Saudi Arabia, and I think that's a free kick. There's a little question to put towards you guys. I know the answer to it, definitely. But Antoine Muller says, here's a question for you. Who is better, Cavani or Suarez? Now, I know, well, I've got my opinion, and it's quite a clear opinion to me. But who do you guys think? Cavani or Suarez? Who's better? Matthew McFadden, block that Sander after, well, just let him. Yeah, let him watch his stream because I need the numbers. But then once the stream's finished, just block him. To be fair, if you honestly thought a watch-along for a Saudi Arabia game would consist of 100% football chat, then boy, you've never seen a watch-along before. it's just a bit of a dead one, isn't it? It's a bit of a dead one. Ball back into the box. Uruguay keeper saves it. Ball over the top of Uruguay. Back to Saudi Arabia's keeper. I'll be honest, I'm a bit bored for this game. Bit of a dead one, isn't it? Bit of a dead one, definitely. To be fair, I had quite a good few early games, but as of late, I've just had a load of dog shite. I really have. Who's doing the Argentina-Croatia game tomorrow? I don't actually know. Should I check for you? We might get a bit of lag as I check, but I'm hoping I'm doing it. They're coming forward here, the Saudis. Oh, close. Come on, mate. Yes! I've got it. I've got Argentina-Croatia, or at least that's what we've planned out. So I bloody hope Mark sticks to that, because Jesus Christmas, I'd love to do Argentina-Croatia. Great game. Great game, that Argentina-Croatia tomorrow. I'm so excited for that. We'll get actually a decent match, won't we? Mate, this is the worst game I've ever seen in my life. It really is. It's the worst. Am I the only one that thinks this is an absolute dire game? Look, Mark got a few early bad games, but as of late, I've had absolutely dead ones. I've had dead ones, haven't I? Yesterday was pretty dead. What did I do yesterday? I forgot. Senegal, Poland was a bit dead. "55 minutes into it. Jesus Christmas, we've got so long left. Should have gone to the pub for this one. Jeez. I'll have a slice on a cheers, pal. Just need to send it an email to Peru. Yeah, mate, definitely. Am I the only one yeah, dead game, isn't it? It is, isn't it? So I'm back. What have I missed and what have I done this time? Lol. Mate, stop. It is a dead game, isn't it? Am I the only one that thinks that? Surely not. This game is dead, I agree. Oh. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, Saudi Arabia. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, a bunch of Allens. So Sander is like an unpaid intern hoping to get the stipend. Don't know what that is, mate. Is it true that Russia are running out of beer? Probably not. Where the bloody hell is that? No one. No one was answering. Probably a ding-dong ditch situation, if you know what I mean. Adios. Ever considered a career in singing? Because you shouldn't. Oh, yeah, I've never. I'm not even watching the game. I just like Sander. Thanks, Connor. Thanks, pal. Oh, this has been such a slow game. Uruguay, yeah. How are Uruguay not putting this team away? I don't know. I live in an apartment, so it's like like if you're at the front door, you buzz in, obviously. So that's the apartment. That's the apartment noise. They're coming forward here, Uruguay. The hell, mate. These are obviously Uruguay are just not very good, are they? That bell was more interesting than the game. It can't be just me that thinks that. Can't like. Why do I always get the dead games recently? That's so satisfying. I've got 222 people watching. Can we get that to 1,111? That'd be good. Yeah. Jack Lundmark says, worst game so far? I think so. Guys, would you say this is the sort of questions we're asking? Would you say this has been your would you say this has been the deadest game so far? Let me know. It's just the worst game so far. You see, Mark. Oh, you cheeky bastard. Talk about who's doing tomorrow there. Who's doing tomorrow's game. Mark wants it. But I had it down as me doing it, so... What a boring match. I thought Uruguay would annihilate Saudi Arabia. Deadest game, funniest chat. The worst word game so far. Deadest game. It is, isn't it? It's the deadest game. It is the deadest game. Worst game yet for sure. Uruguay shouldn't have been winning. This is the worst game of football ever. I think watching paint dry is more entertaining. Egypt, Uruguay is dreadful apparently. Oh my god. Oh, they're going forward at Uruguay, but Saudi Arabia get rid. Oh, that was interesting, wasn't it? No, Iran-Morocco was decent. I liked Morocco. The first half of that was good. The second half sort of tailed off, but first half was decent. Sukesh, there you go. Just join. What's wrong with the game? Everything. Michael, everything, pal. Like, it's just... Oh... It's really just a bad one. It really is a bad one. It's just boring. It's just nothing happening. There's nothing happening. Damien says more life at a cemetery. Oh, it's boring game, Matthew. I'd rather watch some Homes Under the Hammer than this. More life at a United game. Excuse me. Fuck it. Get in. What's your favourite packet of crisps? Uruguay almost with a back post, a header at the back post there. Almost put them 2-0 up, but, you know. Wait, what's your favourite packet of crisps then, lads? I reckon my favourite packet of crisps, and you guys are going to all hate me for this, and this doesn't resemble the sort of person I am, but my favourite packet of crisps are Walker's Ready Salted. Actually, Quavers are decent, aren't they? But I'll have to be in the right mood for Quavers. Quavers are decent. Right, this might be controversial, yeah? But I absolutely hate salt and vinegar. Cheese and onion's decent. Prawn cocktail's okay. But salt and vinegar, I hate it. Sensations. Oh, no shit. Sorry. Sour cream Pringles. Sour cream Pringles. Definitely. Sour cream Pringles. Doritos are decent. Doritos are decent. Very salted is decent. Walkers are shit. I rate very salted. Some people hate it, but I just rate it. There. The tubes of sour cream Pringles are awesome. Salt and vinegar Walkers are rancid, aren't they? Is the core... Fuck off. Sorry about swearing, lads. Is the core... What's happened there? It's the core, apparently. Nothing on decore. Can you guys confirm that, if that's right or not? Yeah, I did. Matthew. Mate, sour cream Crimples are decent, man. Okay. Another question for you guys. Screw the game, it's boring. It's so boring. Pineapple on pizza or not? Because me, no. Never. I never have a fruit with a savoury meal. It's just wrong. It's wrong. Look, I don't like it when people put like raspberries or strawberries in a bloody salad. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's a fruit salad. Free kick here, Uruguay, 64 minutes into the game. Oh my god, we've still got 25 minutes left. Sander is my dad, apart from the fact I'm not. Why is everyone saying loserpool? They're not a yeet-worthy crisp, to be honest. Yes, they are, mate. They can't afford it, Saudi Arabia. If they can get a goal, that would light it up, mate. But of course, they're so bad that they're not. No. Pineapple on pizza would get banned. It isn't it? It is. Pineapple on pizza is just the worst thing. It's worse. Actually, it's not worse than this game. This game is worse than pineapple on pizza, isn't it? And that's something. No, tomorrow I've got what have I got tomorrow? Tomorrow I've got Peru versus France, which should be interesting, definitely. Peru-France should be a good one. And then I had down, me and Mark discussed me doing Argentina-Croatia, but I think he's going to try and nab it off me. He can do if he wants, but... Hamburger or hot dog? Oh, that's a good question. For me, hamburger or hot dog, Saudi Arabia got a free kick up here. It's a difficult one, because it's like... One of my favourite meals is a good hamburger, a burger and chips. You know what I mean? A good burger and chips is one of my favourite meals. Like a proper one, you know? But I want tomatoes, salad, lovely. I even like an egg and burger. That works for me as well. But saying that, hot dogs are bloody nice. It does depend on my situation. It depends, because hot dogs, you can't really go wrong with hot dogs. But some burgers are really bad and they're really dry and they're really horrible. But all hot dogs are decent, aren't they? Free kick in there by Saudi Arabia, but headed away. Like, all hot dogs are decent. They're all, but you can't go amazing. This is the thing, yeah? Hot dogs, you can't go, they're never really bad because they're all just the same part. But you can never really go amazing with hot dogs either. Whereas with burgers, they can go really bad or really decent or average. So it's almost sort of a risk, isn't it? Burger, not for me, not a big hot dog fan. I rate hot dogs, I quite like them. But what you don't want, yeah, with a burger, especially with a burger, is when the bloody bread crumbles. You know what I mean? When you have a burger and the bread's falling apart and the whole thing's falling out of it, and you end up just eating it with your knife and fork because it's all falling out of the actual bun, that's a nightmare. You should get your money back if that happens. I'm telling you. Hot dogs made with lips and... Oh, I'm not going to read that out. Nah. 67 minutes into it. Uruguay have got a free kick. Exciting stuff. Screw burgers and hot dogs. Kebabs are the way to go. A doner kebab of an evening, of a Saturday evening after you've come out and you're absolutely mortal drunk, okay? A doner kebab is absolutely wonderful. Oh my God. If you go into a fish and chip shop and don't order a battered sausage, I don't mind if you switch off this thing now because you just not deserve to watch it. A battered sausage is one of the best meal. Battered sausage and chips is the best meal you can get ever. Ever. Better than any Michelin star restaurant. Ball into the box here. Uruguay, almost a goal there to be fair. Uruguay defender with a similar haircut to me, leaping up there. But yeah, a battered sausage and chips are very, very, very decent. Well done, Sander, and everyone for watching this. It's a slow burner, isn't it? Mark, I'll be honest. We have turned to... I've given up, mate. I tried, mate, for 60-odd minutes to keep it at football, but at the end of the day, I had to switch to packet of crisp conversation because it's been... I think this has been the worst game of the World Cup. This might be the worst game of the World Cup, yeah. No worries, mate. I don't mind doing it, mate. Of course, I mean, you had a few slow burners, didn't you, pal? But then again, you know, and I had a few good games, didn't I? Portugal, Spain, Mexico, Germany, Peru, Denmark was decent as well. So I'm not complaining. I had a few decent ones, but this one was this is the snore fest. I think we can say Uruguay aren't going to do much this tournament. No, to be fair, Mark, some people have been commenting in the comments. Where else would they comment? That Uruguay would do better against bigger sides because they're more of a counter-attacking team. So against the likes of Saudi Arabia, who are just going to sit in, they struggle to break them down. But when someone comes at them, a bit like Mexico can play, they're good on the attack, on the counter-attack. So, you know, that might be the case. And to think the Russians smashed these, honestly, Uruguay are making Saudi Arabia look like an half-decent side, aren't they? What's worse, this game or the Brazil-England game you did a few months ago? They're both pizza-worthy. I actually think England-Brazil was worse. I think England-Brazil was worse because the reason being, this game at least has some sort of implication and some sort of consequence on other teams in the actual tournament. Whereas England, and they're at least running. the teams are running on the pitch. The England-Brazil friendly I did a little while ago, a few months ago, they were walking and it was just it had no consequence on anything. I think in the last 20 minutes, there should be a 37k subscriber challenge. Share the video and get as many subs as you can in 20 minutes. Lads, I was going to go for 37k subs this stream. Hasn't happened. Well, if you guys in the last 20 minutes can get sharing a video and subscribe and you know, get involved, hopefully we can hit that landmark and can hit 37,000 subscribers. But I doubt it. It's over to you guys, though. Can you prove me wrong? But, you know... I did want to hit 37k today. That was really my goal. But when you got a game like this, it's really difficult to get people engaged and interacted. It's difficult for me to look excited and keep you guys entertained if it's such a slow burner, which is why I feel for Mark doing all the Man United games last season. Good God, when will this end? What am I watching? Like, what am I actually doing my afternoon? You have to ask yourself this. Like, I've just realised I've just actually sat through 71 minutes of Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and it's been the worst game I've ever seen in my life. At the end of the day, though, it's part of the World Cup marathon. Look, this could have been an absolute stormer. We could have seen fantastic football with goals left, right, and centre. It hasn't happened, but you need to be committed to the cause, which of course I am towards that football. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it. You go, what are they doing on the pitch at this point? What are they doing? Nah. Yeet. Oh. Can we get a bunch of yeets in the comments? Who do you think the fittest girl in Love Island is? I think... I don't know. I like Georgia. I think Georgia's fit. I think Georgia's quite fit. None of them really tickle my pickle. Megan's fit. Like I said, hardcore fan here. Well, to be fair to you, the 250 or whatever amount of you that have actually stayed and watched these streams, all of you, I'm going to shout about you out now because you all are just G's. Andrew Kidd, Ben Dover, Abbas, Tejas, Gary Wells, David, Ben Johnson, Kieran Byrne, Jack Lundmark, Pankaj, of course, Vandy Candy, Andrew Rossi, Slow Poison, Chris Windle, Michael Arbuds, Connor Young, The Red Flame, Matthew Dean, Haid Alex, Rahil H, Sukesh, K.O. Patel, Tyler, King Z, you, all of you, and all the rest of you as well. You're all you just are the full-on ultras of That's Football. As Mark said, you guys are just ultras. Like, yeah, Rosie's all right. Yeah, how you've stuck with me throughout this game for Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, I don't know, and I thank you guys for it. Bailey Cross, Mark Young, Michael Holdaway, Arjun Palail, Eugenio, Nathan, Tyler, Aaron, Damien. You're all geezers. You're all top lots, lads. And ladesses, if you've got any women watching, which, of course, we hopefully do. Yeet! Yeet! Oh, dear. Oh, well, I'm just so bored of this game. Could you get... I can't do it with my left hand. That's Football gang, yeah, man. You guys are all just top lads. Is Megan the posh one? Yeah. I like her. I would wind up not watching this game if I wasn't with all you lot. That's the thing, yeah. If I wasn't, well, that's the thing. If I had to watch this on my own, I'd be absolutely bored, senseless. But you guys are just all keeping me through it, and I can just talk to you guys about it. That's a good thing, isn't it? Sander, you should do some United Stand live streams next year. Mark, please. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. Let's stick to That's Football for the time being. Jesus Christ! I just did a bottle flip without even meaning to do a bottle flip. That was actually sick. Oh, okay, one more. Okay, leave it. It's not working. We're leaving it. Come on, Saudi Arabia. The last 15 minutes. Get a goal. Jesus. Get a goal. I watched the Portugal versus Morocco at school. My teacher done so when Ronaldo scored. It's not actually C. It's actually that. Sander, you reduces United Stand subscribers. Look, at the end of the day, people have just got to grow on me, and obviously people won't like me on there to begin with, but, you know. Take me home, United Road, to the place I belong. To Old Trafford to see United. Take me home, United Road. Take me home, United Road. You and Mark should do some joint United Stand games next year. I've done a few of him already. The 55... Oh my God, I thought he donated 55 quid there. £5 from Ultra Chlorus Bleach. Thanks for your donation, pal. I said, this 55 is probably what Mark is paying you to watch this. YouTube money aside, you've earned the bonus for this utter travesty. Also, hashtag glory, glory, man. Well, you've not donated 5. You're not donated 55. You donated 5. But, thanks, pal. I do appreciate it. I thought you were going to donate 55 then. I was about to leave. If he donates 55 quid, I will leap out my seat screaming. Ball into the box. Oh my God, this is the worst game I've ever seen in my life. What are they doing? A bunch of idiots. Oh, that's not 5. That's 5, not 55. Yeah, trying to get away with a cheap one there. Thanks, though, mate. I appreciate your donation. You don't have to donate anything to the channel, but if you do want to, you can do, and I'll definitely read your comment out. But let's pretend she'll score a goal. Late in June on a Wednesday night, and this game is fucking shite. Oh, what a feeling, what a night. Oh, what a night. Late in May in 1999. Oh, let's score a goal in injury time. Oh, what a feeling, what a night. Oh, what a night. Uruguay, I've been exposed to Uruguay, the worst team I've ever seen in my life. It's not true, but I think Saudi Arabia might be the worst team I've ever seen in my life. Your plant disappointed me today. My wet yogurt, I meant 5. A bit drunk. Fair enough, mate. He donated £2, so now you've donated 7. You've mugged yourself off, really. But thanks, bud. Appreciate it. Appreciate the donation, pal. I thought we were in line for a £55 donation there. Shot there, massive deflection, almost went in. To be fair, it was quite close, but you know, that would have gone out for a throw in if it didn't take the deflection. Lads, can we get 36,950? Can we? That'll be good. Oh, mate, I've never had a more boring watch along. Actually, I think I have one, but other than that, I've never had a more boring watch along. Do you take song requests? Yeah, mate, I could do. Why is there not a lot of people watching slow-mo? Because have you been watching the game? I wouldn't blame you guys for not watching, man. This is the worst game I've ever seen in my life. Last 10 minutes, Skype calls me, thinks, boys. Oh, screw it. Let's get involved. Let's get involved. Skype's opening up here. I've opened up Skype, so if you want to do, Matthew, if anyone wants to call in, Skype Stats Football, Matthew, put it in the comments. Skype is open if you guys want to just call in and have a little bit of banter. As soon as Matthew suggested it, I got involved. Skype's open, lads. Got to quickly do something. Just that. Yeah, if you want to call in, Skype is That's Football. Simply That's Football on Skype. Get involved. I'll be watching the game as well. But you know, if you want to get on, then you can do. It's open for you guys. It's just That's Football. Late in May and Argentina. Sanchez coming off Nandez. Well done. Get in. Final result. Uruguay 1, Saudi Arabia 0. Oh. Who do you reckon we've got calling? Of course we've got him calling. Alright, pal.
Hello? Yeah, hello. This game is fucking boring.
Can we keep the language on a low down, please? Thank you. How you doing, pal?
Yeah, good. Good.
You sound like you're in a washing. You sound like you're in a washing machine, mate.
No, it's quite quiet here.
Oh.
That's why. think.
It sounds windy. I think you're breathing into the microphone. But how you doing? What do you reckon then?
I was not watching the game. I actually changed the channel.
What, did you put on Escape to the Country or something like that? It's probably more entertaining, isn't it?
Yeah, I was watching Love Island.
Oh, you were catching up on last night?
Yeah.
Were you actually?
Maybe.
Oh, he's lying. Pancage is lying. Why are you lying, Pancage?
uh, I think just leave it. I'm saying I think the Spain game will be more exciting.
The Spain game will be more exciting. I bet it will be, mate. Mark will be live. Remember, guys, Mark will be live later with Spain versus Iran. So do join in for that. I'm sure it'll be a better game than this. So get involved. We'll hit 37k subscribers then, which will be interesting, wouldn't it? It would be good. So no wonder he's panting due to his exhilarating game, mate. It's a fantastic game. I don't know what you're on about. You got anything to say, Pancake? You called in for any reason?
Was Megan supposed to be here?
Is Megan supposed to be where? What?
On the channel.
No. Why would Megan be on the channel?
She always gets on you when you're here.
Can you put your microphone a little bit away from your mouth? I sort of... Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, she's always on, mate. But, you know, that's how it is, isn't it? She's there for moral support. Daniel says, what? You put someone on who didn't even watch the game. What's the point of that, Sander? Mate, I didn't know he didn't watch the game. Bye, Pancage. Thanks for calling in. We need people that have watched the game. According to Daniel.
Okay.
All right, mate. No, he's just hung up. Brilliant. Guys, get calling in. I don't know what Pancake was waffling on about. So why was he asking about my missus? What is he on about? Get calling in. Skype names That's Football. If you do want to get involved, you can do. 241 people watching. The 241 people that get involved, you lot are the ultras. Literally, would rather watch paint dry than this. Why are you guys? Who's this calling? Hello.
Hey, Sandra, how's it going, man?
Oh, mate. It's not good, pal. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm going just as good as you are. We're watching the same game.
Bro.
I have to say, you know, exactly what Pankaj just said before. This game is really boring. And, you know, to tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting this at all. Why?
Yeah.
They're not a bad side.
Yeah. I was expecting more from them as well, to be fair. Like I said before, I thought they were going to smash Saudi Arabia 4-5-0. They're coming forward here, though. But, yeah, I thought they were going to smash... Oh, almost a goal there. Almost put Uruguay 2-0 up, Cavani, but he missed. Of course he did. But, yeah, I thought they were going to smash him. But, you know, they didn't. I just think it's an absolutely dire game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, you know. You see Cavani, how he plays with PSG in the French league. And then you see how Suarez plays with Barcelona, and it's, you know, they're scoring goals left and right. I don't know if that's because they have players like Verratti and, you know, Iniesta on Barcelona that can, you know, give them good deliveries. But still, these are world class, arguably top class with Cavani. But, you know, these are top quality strikers, top caliber. They should really be performing better for their country.
Yeah, definitely. Well, now you've seen Uruguay, I presume you watched the Egypt game. I didn't, but I presume you did. If you've watched this game, you watched the Egypt one, Jesus. What do you reckon from Uruguay then? It was a slow burner against Egypt, slow burner again today. Do you see him going far in the tournament, or?
No, honestly, yeah, I don't see them making it out of the round of 16. I think they'll make it through this group stage, but I don't think they're going that far, you know. They look aged. You know, I know their goalkeeper he's experienced. He's played in the last World Cup. You know, he knows what he's doing, but he's not a top quality goalkeeper. The defense isn't, you know, they're solid. The defense right now is solid, but they've only really haven't been challenged at all by Saudi Arabia or Egypt. So just think about when they go up against a team, let's say Mexico, that's really high pressing, really quick. They're really good on the ball. You know, they can't even score a couple goals against Saudi Arabia, and Russia scored 5 against them.
Yeah, man. I think Russia. So Saudi Arabia, in my opinion, are the worst team in the whole tournament. I really do think that. And
Yeah.
we saw Russia, who aren't a great side. Like England would spank Russia, and they put 5 past Saudi Arabia, right? Uruguay to play this poorly and create such little chances and score just 1 goal against Saudi Arabia is a load of nonsense. It's just it's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't, like you say, once they come up against a decent side, I don't see them progressing. I don't at all.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you reckon then, mate? Who's your favourite for the World Cup then, pal?
I went in before the World Cup started. I always said because I knew it was coming up. We all knew it was coming up, and I said Spain a while ago.
Yeah.
And because I see they have young players like Asensio. He's young. He's energetic. He wants to score. He always scores bangers too. You look at his goals; they're insane. He just wants to score. But then you have playmakers, brilliant playmakers like Iniesta, and you have Isco. Isco, I don't know. He can learn so much from Iniesta.
Yeah.
And then you have the best goalkeeper in the world, David De Gea, at their net. I think they got a little unlucky against Portugal. I think that might hit their confidence a little bit. But at the end of the day, if I was playing for Spain, your captain is Sergio Ramos.
Yeah.
Your goalkeeper is David De Gea. They're going to look at their team and say, all right, that was just our warm-up game.
Yeah.
We'll do a lot better. And I think they'll smash. They're playing Iran, I believe. They're going to smash them. They're going – I really think if that game turns out like this game, I might have some doubts. But I want to see Russia go as far as possible.
Yeah, how come?
Just because, no bias at all towards Russia, just because it's the hosting team.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
It was the same thing. Yeah, it was the same thing.
Brazil.
Usually with me, Brazil. Usually with me, I want to see the hosting team go as far as possible, just because I know how much it will mean for the people. But this Russia team looked exciting. They're strong. Mark said it. They're strong mentally and physically.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I think they've got a few decent players, haven't they? Golovin, Cheryshev, they've got a few decent players, and I do think they could do all right. Mate, you've been a good caller. Mate, if you've got anything else you want to say, you'd say it, mate, because you've been a fantastic caller. As Matthew McFadden said earlier, respect to this caller for actually giving some analysis about the game. So thanks, pal, for calling in and giving some analysis.
Yeah.
What's your name, pal, if you mind saying?
Alec. Oh, my name's not there. I'm Alec Dukas.
Oh, Alec! You're Alec?
Yeah.
Oh, no way, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, first time calling in to That's Football.
That's so cool. Nice one, bro.
Yeah, man. OG on the channel. I've been here since the channel started.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate. See, that's the thing I love. I all know you obviously through the comments, but it's great to get you actually talking to you. That's amazing.
Yeah, I encourage more people to call in. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Are you you sound American. Are you American?
I'm American, yeah. I'm in New York.
Right, so you don't have a horse in the race then. What do you think about that? When do you reckon America will proper get back into it?
I hope they get in next one, but if they really, I care about 2026.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, that's where it's going to be hosted in the Americas. So if we're not in that, I mean, we have to be in that regardless.
Yeah.
I'm American, so I kind of have to support it.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you think about it going, being shared across Mexico and Canada and America? Do you like that, or?
I don't mind Mexico. I'll be honest. I'm American. I know Canada are my neighbors, but I have a rivalry against them as normal. When you think of football, you think of South America, you think of Europe, and you don't really think of America too much, but we're getting into it here now. So I think the World Cup will really help us out a lot.
Yeah.
But you just don't think of Canada. So it's like, how are Canada relevant in this at all?
Yeah.
Are you just, I don't know, man. I think money has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I was about to say, mate, money talks.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cheers, Alex, for coming on, man.
Canada's beautiful.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a pleasure.
Right, mate, definitely calling. If we get another slow burner like this, we'll definitely get you on, mate. Just change your name to Alec on Skype so that I can. So then, if you call in, I can like I'll be like, oh, that's Alec. I'll pick him up, you know, because at the moment I can't see.
Okay, yeah. I just downloaded it, so
All right,
I guess
bro.
I'll do it now.
Thanks, man.
All right, man. Yeah, take care, man.
Ciao, bye. Great to get Alec calling in. What a geezer. Love him. Fancy him a little bit. I'm joking. What a lad. Yeah, that's great to get him calling in. Yeah, guys, get calling in if you want. Actually, no, don't get calling in. I'm going to shut Skype down now. Game's almost done, innit? So, that was decent, though. It was decent getting Alec on. Pancake, as per usual. No matter how many watch-alongs, how many Skype shows we do, Pancake will always be the first one to call in. He's always first in, always. I think he's just waiting there like that. And as soon as I announce Skype, he's on it. He's always on it. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Bow, bow, bow. No, I've closed down. I've closed down Skype now, bud. Coming up through the night of day, no, no, no. And I see what I have to say. You and I both know everything is go away. What do you say? Oh, you don't know my mind. You don't know my kind. Dark necessities are part of my design. And a love behind darkness from the skies. Dark necessities are part of my design. Oh, it's full time, lads. It's full time. And that may be the worst game of footy I've ever watched in my life. Thanks all for joining me. I massively do appreciate it. Do remember, Mark's live later with Iran versus Spain. So do join in for that. Get subscribed. And we'll hit 27k by then, which would be good. I'll be in the comments as per usual. So get involved. Sharkman with a goal. Worst game of football I've ever seen in my life. Jesus Christmas. Thank God that game is over. Yeah, what an amazing game. Look forward to Egypt, Saudi Egypt, Saudi Arabia. Oh my God. Shotgun not doing that one. Mark, please. Please, Mark. Please do that. Yeah. Cheers all for joining me. I'll be here live. I'm live with Peru, France. So let's check quickly the schedule for tomorrow. I'm sure Mark will tell you later. But tomorrow, Mark's doing Denmark, Australia. Then I'm live with Peru, France at 4 p.m. English time. And then later, it's undecided yet who's doing Argentina and Croatia. I think I had it down to do it, but Mark seems to think he did. So we'll have to figure that one out. But cheers all for joining me. I'll speak to you all soon. Ben Johnson says, best watch along ever. I'm going to go over Waz now and chill out for a little bit. But I'll see you all in the Spain versus Iran stream. Cheers all, and smash that subscribe button for Mark's stream so he can get 27,000 subscribers. Cheers all, and I'll speak.